Wonderful. Thank you, Frank. Thanks, E. Thanks, Rudy, for the time. Really do appreciate it.
No problem.
Frank, twofold question for you. Curious just the availability for the team going into the match versus Red Bulls. And I'm curious what you're expecting from a side that's under different management than the last time these two teams faced off. So I'm curious if you're expecting anything different under Lassane and Co. and Harrison. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. As far as the players, I think the good news. There's good news with Guti. I think the MRI did an MRI on the player, and the really good news is that structurally there was no damage to the ligaments or meniscus and stuff. So that's a really good sign. He has obviously with the way he went down and the way his knee went kind of backwards, that he has some bruising and some swelling in the knee. He's day to day. He came out today a little bit to jog. We just have to see how the next couple of days really go for him. And also with Rafa, I think he's also day to day. He came out. He participated in some of the training today. He still has discomfort in the knee, and there's swelling a little bit. So we're also being very careful with him. So I think the positive is with Guti long term that there's no really any structural damage, which is fantastic for a young player like him or for any player. And then both those guys are really day to day. And as far as your second question from the Red Bulls, no, I think their DNA is whoever they bring is. I think their philosophy is it's a team that's going to be very direct. It's a team that's going to really challenge for every ball. Second balls become really important. They're a team that's really good, very good in transition. They're very direct, we have to expect a physical match going into it. So I don't expect any different things than what I had seen in the first round from them or something from the past, because they really stick to their kind of DNA as a club, going back to the Red Bull Leipzig, Salzburg, and also with them.
Thanks, Frank. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll go to Alex Calabrese, Men in Red 9.
Hey, Coach. How are you today?
Good, Alex. Great.
All right, awesome. So my question for you is that against the Revolution, you were able to end that goal drought that was going on for way too long. Does that performance give you confidence that you can get the wins you need in the last matches to make that final push?
I think the performance was really good. I think we made obviously some necessary changes because of the injuries, but I thought the guys performed extremely well. I mean, the negative part about it was the injury to Guti, but there's a positive side to that. Obviously what I talked about before with Joe, that structurally after the MRI everything is intact and looks really good. It's good to have gotten the 2 goals. I think that we were a little bit unlucky with some of the bounces for them to get back into the game. But I thought that we had really good moments. We created and scored those 2 goals, but then we had other opportunities that I think that, again, it's just some decision making, the execution, could be a little bit better to give us better opportunities in front of goal. It's going to be a different game, I think, all the way to the end now. Every match it's almost like a final, I think, for every team that we play, because almost they're similar situation to us. Everyone's fighting for that playoff spot. So we're playing on the road. It's never easy, but we've proven before that we can go in difficult places and win. I'm preparing the players to exactly what they're going to face, and they have to be ready, and we have to approach this game like it's a final and leave everything on the field. We do have confidence, and I do believe in the group, and whoever we put out there, I believe that they're going to leave everything on the field to try to get a result for us, which we need, obviously, as the season's winding down, and the points right now become very important.
Thank you. We'll go back to Joe Tats.
Thanks, E. Yeah, thanks, Frank. I'm curious, one last question, kind of formationally, and there's been a little rotation with Alonso and Miguel on the left. and Arnaud and Johnny on the right. I'm curious how those competitions have been going in training this week, and possible expectations for both sides of the attack and defense.
Yeah, I just think competition brings out the best in players. I felt that Johnny came in and had an excellent game against New England, and I think with Dean, you know what you're always going to get from him. He just leaves his heart on the field for the team. He really made great runs getting forward. He provided some really good service in the box, and he's a hard-nosed defender. So I think it's great when you have good competition. I think that brings the best in players. We still have a couple more days to decide, but I think it's been really healthy on both sides with both those players, with Dean and Arnaud, and obviously with Miguel and Alonso really competing and hard, because they, you know, all those players want to get on the field. So that's a positive thing for us, and then they're healthy. Yeah, I just think both players. I think competition is, you know, I think we try to create in every spot really good competition, and I think both those spots you have players that really, you know, are competing hard to get on the field. You know, I think the players are healthy, and I think we still have a couple more days to make that decision. But I felt that Johnny had a strong performance, and so did Miguel.
Thank you.
The last game. Thank you.
And Alex, I see you have your hand up, so we'll go last question to you.
Yeah, just one more really quick for me. It's actually about a Red Bulls player, because Corey Burke always seems to score against the Fire. I think after Kai Kamara, he scored more goals against the Fire than anyone else. Is that something you discuss going into the game? Is that something you're thinking about, or does that just kind of happen?
No, I don't discuss to tell players this guy scores always against us, Alex. No, that I think every game is a little bit different, but regardless of what they put out there, I think that you know, I think we just have to be ready for it.